Do you struggle with bad thoughts and you just want these bad thoughts to go away? We're going to talk all about it. Stay tuned. That's what's up next. Hi, my name is Natasha Daniels. I'm a therapist and I make videos for people with anxiety or OCD. And today I want to talk to you about how do you get rid of bad thoughts? And it's actually a trick question, and we're going to go into it because that question in and of itself is part of the problem. And we'll dive right into it in 1 second. But I want to make sure that you are subscribing to my channel so you get my new videos that are coming out every Thursday. And are you over on Instagram? Because I am, and some of you might be there and you're missing out on my stuff and my content over there. So follow me on Instagram at AT Parenting Survival. I do tips and posts all about anxiety and OCD, and there's a lot of things on there that you're not finding on YouTube. So go check that out, and I'll see you over on Instagram. But let's talk about those bad thoughts. So a lot of times when people have anxiety or OCD, they feel like the main goal, whether it's in therapy or if you're not in therapy, just your own stuff and how you're working on it, your goal is to get rid of your bad thoughts. Like the bad thoughts are the problem. And if I don't have the bad thoughts, then I will be better. Well, yeah, I mean, that does make sense, right? Nobody wants these bad thoughts. But unfortunately, if you have anxiety or OCD, you're hardwired to have these thoughts, and they may or may not go away. But it's how you react to these bad thoughts that is the key. It's how you learn how to cope with these bad thoughts, what you do when you get a bad thought that is going to give you the relief. I've had anxiety my entire life, and I still have anxious thoughts that pop up all the time, nonstop actually, but they're like a little gnat that's like buzzing around. I'm trying to swat it away, and it doesn't have a lot of power over me. It'll be like, oh, they hate you, Natasha. I have social anxiety, and I'll just be like, that's so stupid. Go away from me. And so I still have those thoughts, but I don't pay attention to them. I don't give them value. I don't give them credence. I don't see them as the truth. I just say, it's my social anxiety. It's bothering me. So regardless of whether you have anxiety or OCD and you're having bad thoughts that might say something bad about you as a little gnat going around, or that something bad that you'll do, or something bad that will happen to you, or something that you have to do or you're going to feel so uncomfortable you won't ever survive again, or you have an anxious thought, it's not about getting rid of those. It's about sitting with the discomfort, doing exposures. I've made videos on how to do exposures so that you poke back at anxiety and OCD and you learn how to tolerate discomfort, and you learn how to tolerate and sitting with those thoughts without doing anything about them. And that is really the key. So having bad thoughts in itself is not the issue. A lot of people have bad thoughts. A lot of people have intrusive thoughts. I believe that people with anxiety and OCD have a lot more of them. They're much more detailed and they're much more debilitating, obviously. But if we can work on that aspect, that we don't let it crush us, we don't let it consume us, we don't listen to it, it doesn't get to boss us around. We know who we are regardless of those thoughts. We don't avoid things because we're having those thoughts. We still do those things that we want to do because we want to do them and they bring us joy, and we don't listen to those bad thoughts because they're not who we are, or they're not what is going to be happening. Then we're going to get relief. So will the bad thoughts go away when you do exposures and you do ERP, exposure response prevention, which is the best approach to anxiety and OCD, and I'll leave links below if you don't know what that is, and you can dive into that. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times these bad thoughts do get really, really tiny, and they're so small that they're barely there. But there's a whisper and they're still there. But it's the power of it not bothering you that is the key. So stop asking yourself, how do I get rid of these bad thoughts? And the real question is, how do I get through these bad thoughts without it causing so much discomfort? That is the right question to ask. Well, I hope you find the sparkle in everything you do. I'll talk to you again next Thursday. Take care.